is, I think, two more points. Funeral expenses. I'm running into people that seem to be surprised on the cost of a funeral. So just so you know, and you could take these notes, you have to pay for the plot. In New York and New Jersey, cemeteries are running out of space. They're no longer given single plots. So now they're only doing doubles and triples. So even if they give you doubles and triples, it's obviously more costly than a single. You have to pay for the initial plot, and whoever the next person is that goes into the plot, you pay to reopen it. Now you've lost your loved one, you're paying for the service. So you're paying for, if you have the service 1 day or 2 day, you're paying the funeral home, you're paying for the hearse, you're paying for the driver that's driving the hearse, you're paying for the gas and toll for the hearse going through, you're paying for the limos, you're paying for the flowers. Funeral flowers are not cheap. You're paying for the coffin. That alone is like 5,000-7,000 if you get basic. Once they carry and bring the book out, you're paying 10,000 and up. You're paying for the prayer cards. You're paying for sometimes they don't charge you for the programs, but you are paying $15,000 to $20,000 for a funeral service, which is what, when you don't have a policy, leads people to put up GoFundMes. And if you're having it in a church, let me just plug this. If you're not a member of the church, you should give a donation for having the services in a church. If you're having your family member's church and it's a third cousin removed, you should give a donation to the church. You could be a tithe payer and the church might say you don't need to, but at least ask. At least ask. I have clients ask me all the time. When we decide on a church, they say, what's the donation that we should give? And if I know the church well, I'll suggest. If I don't, I'll ask whoever the admin is helping me on it or the pastor. What is it that you would like for having the services here? We need to get out of that mentality that it's a church and they just have to open their doors to us. They just might and might not ask you for a thing, but let's do things in decency and in order. The last thing I want to bring up, I think, is life insurance assets and why people use it. The wealthy use it. The banks use it. That same money you putting in your savings account and checking account, it's not sitting there waiting for you to come get it. The banks put your money in life insurance. That's how the banks make their money. So if you have a savings account getting less than 1%, they're putting it in that IUL. If they make 15%, they're keeping the 14 and giving you the less than 1. I have a list here, and it's over 800 banks, but I'm going to give you the top 10. Wells Fargo has $19.4 billion in life insurance assets. JP Morgan has $12.1 billion. PNC Bank has $8.7 billion. $6.4 billion is in Truist Bank. US Bank has $6 billion. Citibank has $5.3 billion. The Bank of New York Milan has $4.5 billion. KeyBank has $4 billion, and State Street Bank and Trust has $3.5 billion. What's the problem? Why can't you use the same vehicles that they're using to make money off of your money? The wealthy are putting their money there because they know the security blanket around it. They know if they get sued, people like Trump, and I'm not going to get into Arthur's thing. Arthur's going to touch on that. But people like Trump, they can sit there and act like they're going to file for bankruptcy or haven't paid taxes because they didn't have to, because they had things set up. So they have enough money here to act like they got something, but they know they had a whole lot more over here in life insurance that nobody can touch but them. We need to get wiser. So I'm going to stop there. I just want you guys to know and do better. I'm a financial professional to get you life insurance. You don't pay me a quarter, not a dollar. I give you the information, you do with it what you want. I get you into the policy, and it's just your responsibility to pay for it and not let it lapse. A financial advisor, you're paying like $600 a month to keep your money in place. And there's a whole different scenario there. You're getting you're paying someone to manage your money in a 401k or a 457, a 503b, a 529, IRAs, Roth IRAs, stocks. But you do not need to pay someone to manage your life insurance and annuities, your checking, your savings, and your CD. So while you think that Social Security and pension is going to keep you when you retire at the rate that inflation is going, good luck. And I believe, again, that there is someone trying to stop it. And I hope you're not in the place to be disappointed when and if they do, because it will be a bad situation. Before I pass on, I want you guys to take note of this. I want you guys to stop going to Google. They say if they want to hide something from us, they put it in a book. These are good books if you want to read up on what I'm saying to you. This one is called The Power of Zero. It's by David McKnight. If you have Amazon Prime, you can have it by tomorrow. It's not too late to place your orders. The Power of Zero, David McKnight. Then you have The Retirement Miracle. This one is by Patrick Kelly. Then you have Stress-Free Retirement. And this one is by Patrick Kelly also. And then you have Money, Wealth, Life Insurance by Jake Thompson. You want to read something? You want to know what's right? And go read a book and stop listening to Google that is man-made with man's opinion.